Hi guys, we're at Chinatown today. This is one of my favorite places to be in Japan because it is the land of every type of dumpling your heart could ever desire. Today we're going to be trying all the types possible and we're going to let you guys know which ones we think are the best. Anyway, let's go! So first off, we're gonna try the tamari dumpling.
Here we go, tamari dumpling.
Cheers.
They're a little vegetable-y for my taste.
So I think these are delicious. Do you think they're that flavorful? They have great
Medium
texture.
flavor.
Medium
Great
flavor.
texture.
Very juicy though.
There we go, cheers again. Some soy sauce would do it good.
Soy sometimes adds moisture into the dumpling, and these definitely don't need that. I think this is a solid dumpling. I think this is an 8 out of 10 dumpling.
I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10 overall.
That's pretty hurtful.
A good average dumpling.
Now we have dumplings a little more on the pricey side. I think these were 1,100 yen, but they look beautiful and appear to be filled with shrimp. No soy sauce with these either, so we're gonna see how well they stand alone. Shall we cheers?
Well, cheers.
Off the bat, nice sticky texture.
Great texture so far.
Atsoi, as the kids say, these are pretty hot, burning my mouth. My comments are, these need soy sauce.
These need soy sauce.
They need soy sauce. I'm kind of bummed.
But the texture is fantastic.
Yeah, it is nice and gummy and delicious, and that's something I really appreciate. But it just seems like there's just shrimp and maybe a little bit of garlic in there.
Well, they definitely lack in flavor, but there is a whole shrimp in there, so that's something.
Yeah, it's not like ground up shrimp. It is an actual shrimp, and you get the texture of the shrimp, so that's good. I'm gonna say texturally, this is a good dumpling. Flavor, that last one seems like pretty flavorful by comparison to these. I'm kind of sad. Would you buy these again for 1,100
No, I wouldn't buy them again.
What if you had soy?
No, there's just not enough going on with them. They're just shrimp wrapped in a whatever kind of dough this is.
They're like very pretty dumplings.
But are they perfect?
I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 on presentation.
Wow.
2 out of 10 on flavor. And texturally, it's 6.5 out of 10.
Wow, make it hard to average. Now, what's your overall
I have
score?
absolutely no idea what that average is. What is your textural rating?
Texture rating, 7.
7.
Yeah.
Okay. Flavor rating?
2.
I gave it a 2 as well.
Yeah.
Presentation rating?
8. It's okay. I mean, it's good. It's above average because they have the ridges, and I like the ridges. It presents a very nice thing.
So, in conclusion, these dumplings are overpriced and they're kind of average. Got a bonus round for you here. One of my favorite Chinatown delicacies, which I believe is a sesame ball with red bean paste.
Is it beans?
Beans again.
Beans.
Okay. Round 3.
All right, soup dumplings. Presentation.
They're modest, I'll say.
I feel like they've got a good presentation going. All right.
Oh, they're exploding. I've already killed one. If I recall correctly, you bite into this and then you slurp out its guts and then try not to burn your mouth off, and then you can eat the dumpling. They're actually a pretty inoffensive temperature this time.
I've got good thoughts on these dumplings so far. These might be the best soup dumplings, which is a bold statement, but the dough is really good. They're not too hot, but they're really fresh. You don't scald your mouth. They have a great flavor, great texture. The bottoms are crispy enough. They're like a good biscuit almost. That was my impression phase. Shall we go for analysis?
Okay, analysis. I know you want your second one. That's the biscuit thing that we were noticing. It is so good. So texturally, hesitate to give 10 out of 10, but this is the best dumpling so far. So I'm gonna say texture is a 10 out of 10. Flavor is perfect, so that's also a 10 out of 10 for me. Presentation, it's a soup dumpling. They're not supposed to be flashy. They come from humble beginnings. As I was saying, this is exactly the same day and no time has passed at all. It's a perfect, humble, simple dumpling, and this is the best one that I could possibly recommend.
I love the presentation. I'm gonna give that a good 7 out of 10. Texture, I'm gonna give this a 6. Nothing really special. And taste, maybe a 7. It's kind of bland. They don't have a good lasting taste. There's nothing memorable about these, really.
Yeah, I kind of agree. This is an average dumpling. Presentation, it's cute. It's a pouch. I love that. So I'm gonna give presentation a 7 out of 10. Taste, I'm gonna give it, honestly, it's average. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. Texture is also 6 out of 10. I love a good soup dumpling, and it's got a lot of good juiciness in there, and it doesn't require soy, so always perks to a dumpling that can stand on its own. We're pretending this is John's first impression of the pork bun.
This is so good and pastry-like. There's almost definitely butter in this dough, though.
That
You can
looks
tell
so
from
good.
the bottom, it looks like a croissant from the bottom. It is delicious.
I'm still reveling in my soup dumpling.
These aren't technically dumplings.
We're very inclusive of stuffed dough here. I guess we can't really rank these in accordance to our typical dumpling scale, but these definitely will go alongside the sesame red bean paste buns as honorable mention for must-try street foods here. Hello. Nice little pouches. My first thought is that I am very partial to the dumplings that hang down in a little pouch, like so. And also that was a great soup dumpling. I love the flavor of soup dumplings. But after those last ones, it pales in comparison. Round two.
It's because you can't slurp.
I'm gonna say presentation is also kind of lackluster. Despite the multicolors, 4 out of 10. They have nice folding and nice colors. That's a 4 out of 10, but I'm putting it as below average because we're sitting down and it's still in plastic thing. Ginger is just kind of thrown there, so. Flavor is 7 out of 10. Texture is like also a 4. What do you think? Hold on. Back in our old spot, never seen us here before, and we never left. This is the same exact day. I did go back to try to capture some additional footage of where those beautiful shrimp dumplings from before were gotten. They're gone, but in its place there is like some sort of coconut ball that it just feels like really warm and light and fluffy, kind of like a small puppy that you can eat.
A small puppy
that you can eat.
that you can eat.
Okay, it smells like coconut, so I'm excited.
What's in the middle?
Not beans. Tastes like grits.
Coconut grits.
So this is definitely surprising, which should be a surprise that it is a surprise. It's a coconut, fluffy, warm exterior, and then it tastes like plain grits in the middle. How do I feel about this? Literally generates comfort when I touch it, so I love that. Would I get it again? Probably. There's a butteriness that comes through with the grits that really ties it together with the coconut in a way that starts to make sense after about 4 bites. So yeah, that was overall pretty delicious. And now we have the humble gyoza.
We were determined to find some actual gyoza to try. Honestly, presentation already, they are exceeding expectations. Heavy on the vegetables, but still pretty good tasting. This is probably close to what we have.
In our filling?
Yeah.
I think that we need to work on our bottoms, and we need to make them harder. Crunchier.
I think this might be like fresh dough instead of like a pre-done frozen and like flash fried thing like in restaurants.
This is about as majestic as gyoza could probably get. This is a great crispy bottom. The dough looks nice and thick and substantial. Presentation is an 8 out of 10. Texturally, the crispy bottom adds something to this gyoza that the normal bar gyoza doesn't have. That bar gyoza kind of acts as like a good baseline for like your average, unremarkable, but still good dumpling for us. So this is a little bit above that for me. Texturally, I'm gonna give it a 6. Flavor-wise, this one actually came with soy, so it has that going for it. I think flavor is a 7.
It's actually really flavorful.
I feel like it's almost unfair to analyze some dumplings with soy and some without, because soy is such a key component to a dumpling. I don't know that they're meant to stand alone without soy, so soy undoubtedly helps this. It's drenched in soy, so we can't undo that. Anyway, just a comment that maybe these are at a bit of an unfair advantage because of their helping from the soy. Texture is really outstanding for a gyoza. For a gyoza, for your baseline, it's not a dumpling.
No,
What is the difference?
gyoza. These are Japanese, dumplings are Chinese. We think.
Would you order this again?
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
would? That was delicious. I would order both of those things again. I'd highly recommend. All right, everyone. So we are ending the day where we started. They look
Now
like
we
you can just
have-
pick them up.
Football rice dumplings.
They're cute.
They are fried. They look like they're in a biscuit.
They look like your calves.
They're small. Okay. Flavor so far, not great. I want to try the meat.
So this reminds me of the pork bun that was tragically cut out of our review, in that it's got a pastry sort of sweet exterior and a savory interior, and the inside is a bit like a hamburger helper. Presentation is like 7 out of 10. Texture, I don't know, I like the texture of the outside, not of the inside.
But they're gooey in a way that should not be.
6 out of 10. I think flavor is also a 2.
2 texture, 2 flavor. The presentation may be a 6,
No, a
3.3.
3.33. I think that's fair. This is the worst one that we've
It's
had.
just, it's a bad way to end the evening.